Hey, MK here. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in watching content from a daily running vlog for tips, races, and just a whole bunch of awesome, then hit that subscribe button where you get access to all this content, over 140 videos so far, and one uploaded new every single day. It's finally Friday! Say hello to the weekend. Just dropped off Evan at school and finished a fantastic first run in the morning. It was a little too dark to record. I was able to capture some of the run towards the end. So I'm out here on a second run today with all you guys so that we can talk about what went down this morning. I just started coaching my friend Lawrence, who's 56 and been running for a couple of years now. He's run 2 marathons and finishes at around 5 hours. Lawrence runs between 5 and 7 days a week and gets in about 40 to 50 miles of volume. Lawrence would run anywhere between an hour and a half to 3.5 hours on any one outing. And he would generally run at a pace of 11 minutes per mile to 13 minutes per mile. His heart rate range for all of those miles was between 140 and 160. Lawrence really wasn't doing any math training, even though some of his runs he'd go as slow as 13-minute pace, because his heart rate was always around that 140s to 150s range. After running with Lawrence several times, I realized that for Lawrence, the way that he reacts to the environment and to his physical exertion is mostly based on perception. His heart rate never really changes, but he adjusts the rate of his breath based on how he thinks he feels. And because aerobic endurance has the characteristic of diminishing returns, meaning that the greatest benefit that a runner can have aerobically is after 40 minutes of effort. But every 10 minutes after 40 minutes of aerobic effort, the benefits decrease by half for every 10 minutes after 40 minutes. So essentially, Lawrence was putting in a lot of work on his 2-hour and 3-hour runs and not getting a lot of aerobic benefit. Thus, he didn't see a lot of change in his heart rate. You would expect after 3 years of running almost every day that his heart rate would steadily decrease at a specific speed. His brain did associate certain speeds with comfort though. And so whenever he would visually see a hill, then he would slow down thinking that that was more comfortable. Or if he was sweating at a certain rate, he would feel like he's working harder, and then he would slow down thinking it was more comfortable. It was a little bit independent of heart rate. So even his breathing rate would increase and decrease despite the fact that his heart rate was remaining pretty steady. So Lawrence and I agreed that we would shorten his runs to 40-minute runs, and then we would focus our attention towards training his brain, because his cardiovascular system is there. It's good at revving at about 140 to 160 beats per minute, whether he's going 9-minute pace or 14-minute pace. So we agreed to cap all the runs at 40 minutes to get the maximum aerobic benefit and to try to keep his runs no slower than 9 minutes and 40 seconds per mile. I also told Lawrence that after he's developed a little bit more aerobic fitness, and if he wants to work on math or maximum aerobic function and try to keep his heart rate super low, around 120, and enlarging his heart to make it more flexible so that he can pump more volume of blood per heartbeat, then he can do that once he's developed a baseline aerobic fitness that'll allow him to jog at 120 beats per minute. But right now he can't even get close to that unless he's only walking. So we decided to table math training and decide whether he wants to do that after doing some conventional running training and develop a new easy pace for him at 9:40 pace, adjust his brain so that it accepts it, and learn how to breathe at 9:40 pace and go up hills and go down them and manage the environment in a completely different light with a completely different lens. Evan has a similar problem, and she panics when she's at where she thinks is a difficult part of the course of the workout and her breathing rate goes sky high. This hyperventilation decreases the amount of oxygen that she's sending to her muscles, which in turn elevates her heart rate. When she learned the 2-2 rhythm of breathing, her heart rate went down for the same speeds at about 5 beats per minute automatically. She still has trouble with keeping her composure because running is such a mental thing. That's why for marathoning, I really highly recommend running as much steady state miles and about 20% of your volume at marathon pace if possible. Theoretically, it makes sense that you should do a lot of easy miles and run super fast for threshold workouts and Dmax, but in reality, and for what I've seen work and what I know works for me and the people around me in my circle, you got to do a lot of steady state miles and a lot of marathon pace miles. So today we ran as a group. AHRC came out and showed their love and support for Lawrence, and Lawrence hung tight, stayed with us, and here were his splits for this morning's run. He crushed it. Lawrence was also able to end that run with a smile on his face. He was breathing really hard, but when I just asked him to slow down his breath, he was able to do it immediately. So I just gave him just a gentle reminder that the breathing rate is what he decides to do. So Lawrence, you keep at it. Tomorrow, go at a comfortable pace. Go at what you've always thought has been a comfortable pace for you. And don't worry about making it a bad habit, because that will be only 3 days of recovery for you versus the 4 days of workouts. Just stay active for 40 minutes on the recovery days. I'm so stoked about today's awesome workout with Lawrence. I feel like he has really great potential. He takes his instruction extremely well. He applies instruction immediately after it's been given to him. He's really well disciplined. I see a really bright future for my friend Lawrence. Here are the splits for the first 3 miles while running with you guys. I'm getting super busy now. A little extra running so that I can spend time with all of you guys on the channel, managing a new training strategy for my friend Lawrence and getting him to his marathon in October, working out with my friends in AHRC and kicking butt, staying on top of it with Cole, Haven, and Evan so that they stay on the pathway of being good students, good runners, and good family members. And next week, I start working with my friend Megan, who's training for the Disney World Half Marathon in December. This is gonna be fun because she lives in Washington and she'll be recording some of her training and then sending them to me to share with all of you. It's gonna be pretty awesome. The activity on our YouTube channel has really grown, and I just wanna say thanks for all the support, especially for all the loyal viewers and the people that have been around since the very beginning. I'm gonna finish this run. This is gonna give me a little bit over 4 miles today. Much needed rest and recovery before a giant 10K time trial tomorrow. Hopefully we can get Evan in sub 41 and as close to the 40-minute mark as possible so that she'll have some confidence to break it in the future. This is turning out to be a pretty darn good day. I hope you have a good day and a meaningful run. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.